It's Thursday today. Boop, boop. And it looks like we have a weather window for Sunday, so we're gonna head in to get checked out of the Turks and Caicos. Captain's putting the boat together. He's working hard this morning. He's been yelling at the crew.
Not yelling.
Yeah. So dinghy up. And then anchor up.
Yes, and then the anchor up.
And once the anchor's up, we are gonna do some sailing. The winds are perfect today, so the crew sets the sails and sits back to enjoy the day. We will head around the northwest tip of Provo and back into the Caicos Bank to check out of the country. Our first stop will be in Sapodillo Bay for one night to prepare for a pre-dawn trip to ensure high tide assists us through the shallow entrance of the marina. So we are anchored in
Sapodillo Bay, off of Provo.
We are just relaxing here in this beautiful bay.
Having cocktails.
Having a cocktail. And you made a call about 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, 20 to 30 minutes ago. I called a local restaurant.
Called?
Chalkies, because it's on Chalk Sound. So I called Chalkies. They came by last weekend when we were here, and they dropped off a menu flyer, and the gentleman said that they deliver to the boats here that are at anchor. And we decided it was time to order a little takeout, a little skip the dishes action.
So we're just waiting here to see when they show up.
Yes, because the individual I ordered from was very laid back because it is island time month. And when I ordered, she said, well, they'll deliver it when it's ready. And I said, okay.
Okay.
But I'm now wondering if ready means Saturday? Sunday?
The timer is on.
It's on. We're counting down. Chalkies.
We think maybe this is our dinner.
That looks like a delivery basket.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh my God, look at all that food.
That's a big thing of ribs, man.
Do you want to hand him something to hang on to, maybe?
Making him earn his money here on this delivery. There he is.
Okay, we have a small problem here. We have 4 orders of barbecued ribs and we only ordered 1. So, Kevin's gonna call. Hey.
You want another cocktail now?
I would love another cocktail.
As well.
Ribs and conch fritters. Yum
And
yum.
corn and French fries. And
We didn't have to
figured
cook.
it all out. We bought half the order instead because we felt like we could eat half the order, but we couldn't eat 4 orders. Yum.
Skip the dishes. Thumbs up here in the Turks and Caicos. Good morning. Oh, it's about 6 o'clock. The sun is just coming up. About an hour to get to the marina, and high tide is now. So we're gonna load the anchor and head there, and hopefully get in without ruining our bottom. So the wind was supposed to die down last night.
Yes. So you say from those weather forecasts.
But the wind didn't die but the wind did not die down last night. So we have a bumpy little ride here.
Yes, we do.
We have about three more nautical miles in the arena.
Probably 3 or 4 will cut in. Yeah, start going into the channel. But yeah, we're going a little slower than we would have counted on going, but that's okay.
Hopefully it's not this bumpy trying to get in the channel.
Oh no. No, they had that magic thing that smooths the water out for you. It's not gonna be this bumpy.
Sensing sarcasm. Is that sarcasm?
That would be sarcasm. So, have we mentioned Ms. Optimism, Mr. Realism, right here?
Pessimism.
Hopefully it's gonna smooth out.
Welcome to Gargoyle at 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's gonna smooth out. I love you, Mrs. Co-Captain.
So we've been having problems with losing our satellite fix. This is what we're getting.
Yeah, and we get lots of lost.
Lots and lots of satellite lost fix. With our Axiom and our marine equipment, we've been doing some troubleshooting with on differential, off differential, and a few other things, and we're still getting the error. And one of the other issues is power to our external GPS. And we have a Raystar 125 GPS, which is an older model. And we found a fix online, so we're going to give it a try. We're going to change out the small battery that's inside the GPS, which works as like a memory to help the GPS keep memory of the actual satellites. So we're hoping this battery fixes our satellite fix lost issue. So I'm going to take it apart. So the first part is taking it off of the external antenna, which is relatively easy. You just remove these 2 small screws, and the difficult part, of course, is making sure you don't lose it into the deep, big blue ocean. But we've got it, and then I'm going to remove this sticky pad and the backing, and then we're going to replace the battery. So here it goes. This is the easy part, especially if you have a fingernail. So we're going to remove this sticky guy, put it over here, and then we're going to remove these tiny little screws. Just going to push this battery out. Should be easy. Also going to test this battery. And as you can see, this battery is definitely dead. And then we're going to put the new battery in. That pretty much sums it up. We're going to realign this guy like this. And we're going to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Alright, I'll try to keep this little plastic guy as sticky as possible, just so you can use it to put it back together again. This is the tough part because you have a screwdriver and this tiny little screw, and you have, water.
Which is magnetic.
So it will go in, hands down. It's in! Yay!
That is the sound of no GPS fix, which we would expect because we just replaced the battery, so it would have no memory of where the GPSs were yesterday. Where the satellites were yesterday. And it is waiting for a satellite fix. You can see that up here in this corner, if I come in close. The battery, when the battery is installed, that keeps the memory powered so that it knows where the last satellite fixes were. It can very quickly achieve a fix. With the memory now cleared from replacing the battery, it will take a few minutes for it to lock in on the satellites. You will see we now have a satellite lock. It actually came up red first to indicate that it wasn't fully locked, and it very quickly changed to white, which indicates we have a full lock.
So we are patiently waiting. patiently waiting to exit the Turks and Caicos.
We're bored.
And the whole crew is bored. They want to go to sea.
We're really bored.
And who are we waiting for?
The doctor.
So we can get a
COVID test.
yay, and then we can check out.
We're bored.
And we're very bored. But we're almost out of here. We're gonna go sailing. Okay, Dean, don't look too excited. 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 in 7 months.
And nobody without it.
What are you making, Mrs. Nash?
We're making cheesy biscuits, but we have frozen cheese. Obviously, the police are awake.
Cheesy biscuits because we are going on passage. It promises to be a rough ass-kicking passage to Puerto Rico.
Upwind. Upwind. More upwind.
Red rum. Red rum.
Red rum. So we haven't started all of the preparations for our departure this afternoon, but as you can see, our crew is like pretty much exhausted. I think breakfast just took everything out of her. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Come on, it's time to go to work. Come on, it's time to go to work. I think she's on strike. We got lifelines. We got the dinghy stowed. We got our paperwork. Hey, chewy, I'm gonna sneeze. We got our COVID test. Gargoyle is ready to go. She's even got her extra power supply locked and loaded. I'm gonna follow Captain Kevin up. Our last step is to check out. And supposedly the port captain's coming, so. And at immigration, so we're gonna wander up and wait for him. Let him read on this. And the cavalry has arrived. Port captain and immigration.
Exactly. Yeah.
Immigration?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're all checked out?
All checked out. All ready to go. Passport stamped. Well, I never saw him stamp him, but he said he stamped him.
Just waiting for high tide?
Just waiting for a little bit more tide under us. A little shallow.
I'm
Probably
gonna,
3-4 hours. We'll take off.
I'm gonna have a shower before we leave.
Good idea.
An ice cold shower. Because it's hot today.
This is the end of our Caribbean cruising season, officially. We've reached our high water mark and now we're turning around and we're going south. So
Into the Caribbean, but
back into the Caribbean, but it's still kind of sad because this was our Caribbean season to get ready to go to the Atlantic.
Yes.
And now we've stalled.
Stalled. We'll talk
COVID.
about that later.
The fat lady's singing, baby. The game is over.
Yeah. All right. We're going to set off the lines.
Yeah, let's single them up and then we'll figure out how we're going to do this. Provo radio, this is Gargoyle.
Gargoyle. Provo radio on the top.
Provo radio, we are departing the Turks and Caicos now, outbound for Puerto Rico. Over.
Roger that, Gargoyle. Have a safe voyage, over.
Roger that, Provo radio, and thank you for all of the support. We'll see you again next season. Over.
Carla going through anger management.